We Aussies love a music festival, don't we? I hadn't met this man yet, but I liked him before I met him. Alistair McDonald, CEO of Shell V-Power Motorsport Park, known to us as the Bend, at Tailem Bend, just out of Adelaide, is building the Bend Classic, and they are here for the long haul. We caught up in the Zoom room to find all about this year's October long weekend event. Headlining are Lee Kernaghan, his 30-plus chart toppers are the soundtrack of the bush, along with James Johnson, one of Australia's most streamed country stars. Veteran country hitmaker James Blundell will roll through 3 decades of favourites. 3-time Golden Guitar winner Andrew Swift brings the sing-along anthems. Country rock firebrand Robbie Mortimer unleashes his signature high-energy sound. Tory Duck arrives off the back of signing on for festivals in the UK and the USA. Australian Idol sensation Denver, the new voice of Aussie country, kicks the day off. Well, an hour ago, I was working from home in my Ugg boots, calculating staff bonuses for last year. No time for hair or lipstick, just to put some earrings in. Next minute, here we are, talking to the CEO of Shell V-Power Motorsport Park, Alistair McDonald. Welcome to the Zoom room, Alistair.
Thanks, Cheryl. Nice to meet you.
Well, we've only just met, but I like you a lot already because I'm so excited to talk about the Bend Classic. Cars, country, camping. Tell us, what can we expect? What's going to differentiate this from the other, music festivals that we have around Australia? Because in this great state, it's got to be the best, right?
Adelaide and South Australia are pretty good at putting events on, right? So we started this journey a couple of years ago where we had to reinvent kind of the Bend Classic. There was a previous iteration of the Bend Classic, and we got Lee Kernaghan along for the first one, and we kind of did camping, country, and cars, and yeah, it really went well. Really took off. So we had more fans come in the first year than we expected. A lot more. Last year we had a bit of a downturn in a little way because we had the weather on that weekend with lightning, etc. But we're in our 3rd year. We think we've got a great lineup, and yeah, people can come up here. There's motor racing on. There's karting, there's nostalgia, classic drags going on, there's a ute muster, and of course there's a big country music festival. We've got 3 stages, a main stage, kind of a coach stage where we do line dancing and all that kind of stuff. And then we have an acoustic stage for the first time this year, which is in the Welcome Centre, like our museum, where people can kind of get up close and listen to some of the singer-songwriter kind of storytelling type of stuff. So yeah, it's a bit of an eclectic event. But we've been really pleased with how successful it's been.
Well, we're very, very excited. And South Adelaideans, we all need to get behind this because, well, hubby and I have been to Monday Bash, 2 Blues Fest, Bikes, Cars and Music at Brighter Days in Bright. We have been to the Bend. Well, my husband Barry's done a few laps on his Harley. But we also attended the 120 years Harley Davidson anniversary there. I think the Angels headlined, I think.
Yeah, that was a great event. Yeah.
That was awesome. So this is going to be bigger and better. And if we want great events like this to stay in our state and grow to rival, Tamworth and the like, we really need to just get behind it and support it.
Yeah, I mean, look, we love our community out here. Everyone kind of gets behind the Bend, and yeah, look, we part of the reason we started this journey with the Bend Classic, we thought there was a gap in the market in South Australia with country music, and moving forward, we'd like to have more festivals here of this nature. We run this one. We think that it's great. We think it's South Australia's premier country music festival, and we have a lot of people camp up here. Kind of 2,500, 3,000 people camp on site. So it's a really cool atmosphere, and you get everything from the kind of young 20-year-olds who want to have a really, really good time, go pretty hard, through to families that just want to, they're up here with their young kids playing cornhole and listening to country music.
It's on the October long weekend, so you've got plenty of time to plan it, but sites are selling fast, aren't they?
Yeah, we've kind of introduced a new infield camping this year for supercars, which is 2 weeks before, and that's all pretty much sold out, and a lot of our camping goes pretty quick. With what we're going to do this year is we'll try to extend it rather than necessarily selling it out. So if demand keeps going, then we'll keep adding new facilities or new grounds. So we're a big site here. We can fit a lot of people in. We just got to make sure it's done well. But yeah, camping is selling really, really well again. And hopefully it's just a great, the people are so friendly and it's a great atmosphere.
There's definitely room for expansion in coming years. It can get bigger and better.
Yeah, you'd hope so. Like, it'd be great. Like, as I said, we've got lots of kind of unique camping sites. We've got, basically this year we've got, because we have a holiday park on site, which has powered and unpowered sites, but we also have 3 kind of the north, a south and a central kind of camping area. The one that we've introduced this year for expanded it is in the one in the infield, because we think that's quite unique, which is opposite, like you're basically inside the track, looking back on Pitt Straight and looking back onto the hotel and the restaurant. So again, I think one of the unique things about our event here is you can come to the Bend and get a hot dog and listen to the music, or you can go sit down and have a full restaurant meal and enjoy the bar and all that. And we think that's quite a unique offering for a festival.
That is very true. Now, to find out all the goss and the availability, we should go to www.thebend.com.au.
Absolutely. And our ticket partner, Altix, you can get your tickets there for everything, camping, GA, 3-day passes, everything.
Get onto it, check it out. You've got time to get yourself sorted and get along. We've also got a fabulous, lineup come October, and I think we're going to be chatting to some of these guys over coming weeks leading up to the event. Headliners, we've got Lee Kernaghan and James Johnston at the Stay and Play 3-day festival, and plenty of others. Who else have you roped in?
We've got Robbie Mortimer, a bit famous for his debate over the NRL national anthem, but he's playing. James Blundell, who's been around for a long, long time. And then we've got some really, a merge of kind of aspiring artists and local artists. So Andrew Swift, Denver, Tory Dark, and then, a bunch of local acts. So it's like a full day. There is music on Friday as well on the coach stage, the smaller stage, Old Town Country. And we've got one of the cool things we introduced last year, which I really thought was awesome, was we introduced line dancing with Saddle and Stomp, which is a local lady and her team. And I mean, that's kind of one of the really cool things about coming up to this festival, seeing all the people last year line dancing whilst the acts were on the main stage. So, that they're all little micro experiences that make up the whole experience for the weekend.
What a resurgence country music seems to be having these last few years. I mean, everybody's line dancing everywhere. Country music, new country music is coming across my emails multiple times a day. We've got so many talented, like you say, younger artists coming through, as well as the, golden oldies, the favourites. Better not call them oldies.
Yeah, Lee Kernaghan's a big hit. I learned a lot the first year in country music about the artists, and I actually didn't know a lot about Lee particularly. I knew that he was an icon with his hat and the whole country music scene, but to see that firsthand, how his fans really love him and how much he's loved by kind of regional Australia. There were a lot of people coming off the farms to listen to him. I think one of the cool things this year is we've kind of got Lee, and then we've got James Johnson, who's kind of maybe the next one to take over. So it's kind of like the young and the old. They probably wouldn't like me saying that, but the young and the old is kind of pretty cool, I reckon. And then obviously all the support acts are really good as well. And we're going to try and mix it up every year. So we've got, Lee's come back. All the other artists, it's their first time at the Bend.
I spoke to Lee just last month, actually, and I asked him what else he had coming up. He didn't mention this. He kept it a secret. He did his job. Yeah.
Brilliant.
We can't wait to see him there. Now, I'm a little bit of a 5-star traveller, if I'm honest, Alistair. So you've got a special thing for us.
Well, you tell me about it. What do you think special about it?
If we want to get closer to the stars, we can get into the all-new Texas Club.
Yep.
VIP experience, exclusive artist meet and greets with the headliners, premium front of stage viewing, private club precinct. This is what I like. Own bar, seating and toilets.
Yeah, we keep it simple. Cheryl, we know that people who like their kind of bit more of a premium experience like their own toilets and a bit of food and drink, but The Texas Club, yeah, we've got both the head, Lee and James, I think will be along to kind of meet with people and make a decent appearance there. So it's a really good opportunity for those that are real fans to not only have a great position to watch the festival, but also have these appearances throughout the day.
I've interviewed both of them, and I think, but only over Zoom. So it's going to be a lovely opportunity to actually meet them face to face.
Yeah. We'll look after you, Shell.
Along with the other fans.
Exactly.
Another great thing is the food, right? So you've got a Pitmasters competition, head-to-head competition with $20,000 in prize money. Can that be right?
Yeah. We're a ABA, I think it's called, like a round of the championship, the barbecue championship. So last year, I think we have between 20 to 30 somewhere in their competitors, and they come up and they put their smokers out and all that kind of stuff and sleep behind their little area. And last year we had to move them a little bit, which is a bit disappointing. But this year we're bringing them back right into the thick of it because, we found the first year people just love the smells and kind of walking through those areas. And we've got a couple of demonstrations this year as well, where people will be able to kind of get samples and kind of watch some of these pitmasters do their thing. So we're part of that country style event where we thought, well, let's put a barbecue on and that'll be great.
Barbecue goes hand in hand with country music, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. So you've mentioned the live fire cooking sessions that people can watch. There's also whip cracking demonstrations, the ute muster, axe throwing, car displays, circuit racing. Oh, and even a family movie night on the Sunday. So there literally is something for everybody.
Yeah. And the family movie night, we've done a few of those. It's actually at the Dragway, which is on the site, but just when you come off the highway, and we put the big screens on, and basically it's like a drive-in theatre. So I'm assuming we'll expect the same, but the first couple, we've had people show up in the old kind of 1950s kind of big Cadillacs and stuff for the movie night and really get into the theme. So we thought on the Sunday night, given it's a long weekend, it'd be a nice way to finish the weekend for families, and they can kind of drive over there, park up and enjoy a drive-in movie.
Have you got a scoop? What's the movie, or is that a secret?
It's a bit of a secret, but it may involve some toys of some sort. So, yeah, it'll be certainly a family movie for to enjoy. I've
got 5 kids who grew up with movies about toys.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So, I'm excited, whether it's an old one or a new one. I don't mind. I love them. Alrighty, so you've released an additional 40 camping sites. Big Four's going to sell out probably soon too, like the en-suites and drive-through sites are already gone, but they've got some availability across villas and some of their powered and unpowered sites. So I really recommend, if you want to go and support this event and have an absolutely marvellous time and keep these events in our state, get onto www.theben.com.au and book in, because you don't want to miss out. You don't want to be lonely at home on the October long weekend. You want to be down the front with me.
With your boots on, ready to go.
Absolutely. How long have you been with the company, Alistair?
I've been in the company about 3.5 years, almost 4 years. Yeah, it's been a really good journey, seeing the growth of the venue and the facility, and the investors and the family to put the trust in us to kind of put on these different events. So, we've kind of done everything from lawnmower racing through to supercars. So we've covered a fair bit. And the Ben Classic is certainly something we want to build. And given our regional location, we just think leaning into this country kind of theme is right up our alley.
I'm not a redhead, even though, I do hang on to the back of my husband's. I do hang on. Wherever he goes, I go. What I really love is that you are mixing the music with it and making such a great music event. I'm Adelaide born and bred from North, so you have to be a Cold Chisel fan. Who's your favourite band, Alistair, if you had to pick one?
Oh, that's a tough question. I am a bit of a music lover, so I like a bit of everything. I don't want to be secretive, but I flip-flop a lot, and that's
allowed.
Yeah, I lived in America for a while, so one of my favourite bands for a long time was the Dave Matthews Band, which came out of the US that not quite as big in Australia, but they're huge in the US, and I really enjoyed them. I like those kind of bigger bands, and I'm pretty standard. I still like the old Coldplays, and we were talking the other day, I kind of missed the old pub days too, so I booked my ticket in November to go see the Hoodoo Gurus playing in Adelaide. So I just like the old venues that fit 500 to 1,000 people that you can really enjoy.
Yeah, those were the good old days.
They were.
I'll see you down the front at this one, and thank you very much for, putting it all together. I hope it's a fantastic day weather-wise, or weekend weather-wise, and I'll see you in October.
Thanks, Cheryl. We look forward to hosting you. We'll look out for you, and we'll make sure you have a very good experience.
I'll be down the front. I'll give you a wave.
Thanks so much.
All right, Alistair, was there anything else that you wanted to touch on that we haven't, that I need to edit back into there? Anything we missed?
No, I think that's fantastic. Thanks for your support.
That's a pleasure.
Brilliant.
All right, lovely. I'm sure our time is up, so I better let you go. Thanks again.
So much.
You're with Cheryl Lee, that radio chick. Thank you so much for joining me on the Still Rocking It podcast. Hope to catch you again next time. Get out when you can, support Aussie music, and I'll see you down the front.